I'm trying to perfect pivot. What am I doing? Hey guys, what's up? My name is Richard. Playing a game that I helped design called BaraBariBall. Came out a while ago, but I'm just investigating a little thing that I think is interesting. So this stream will be pretty short. Previously, we talked about action games and the action core, and we talked about RPGs. And before we talk about RPGs, action RPGs, and how these two elements can mix, I just wanted to play around with this for a little bit. Nice simple stream for a Sunday night. No, I'm dead. All right. So this lesson, they want you to escape from the hit stun by attacking when you start glowing like that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that the AI is going to try to hit me over and over. And I'm going to practice clashing. Like that. Oh. It's not easy to time this tiny little down tilt to stop that special attack, but with a little luck. So here's the cool thing. This AI attacking me is not going to clash cancel. So if you clash it once, she's gonna keep going. But my attack is a multi-hitting attack, so it does like a sweep forward like that, and then it does a return sweep. So if I time it just right, I should be able to hit the pink character, Sorry, as she crosses through me. Like that. But then she's too far away, right? So then if I put myself in the corner and time it right, which is not easy. So there's so many different things that can happen. If Sorry glides through me, it's harder. It's harder to hit her from behind, but if she stays in front for whatever reason, like that, she stayed in front. That's because she didn't have any momentum entering the attack. So right there, if I stop her immediately when she starts, then she actually turns back around and gets hit by my backswing like that, which is hilarious. So depending on how close I get to Sorry, wow, nice. Face the right direction. Like this. Quit changing directions. Quit changing directions. There. That was 3 clashes all off her single attack, right? Because I used her... Oop, no! I'm trying not to cancel out a hit stun so it doesn't end this tutorial. But I'm just kind of showing off the versatility of the clashing system. And I'm trying to get 3 clashes on Sorry. And her attack's going to linger longer than mine because mine are tiny little kicks. Oh, actually I want to do it with down air. So my down air does not have a lot of active frames. But if I time it just right, and not like that. No! Dash cancel your hit stun if you start blinking. I don't want... Yeah. Oh, my down air is so slow. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if she quits running away from me. Stop turning your back. That's cool. So I can easily kick her with this move because this move's huge, right? Easily, she kicks me. Using an up tilt like this is a little harder to get it. And I think facing backwards gives me a better opportunity. Like that. So, and you can see how, depending on what move you use in the clash, it sends her in that direction. I can send her forward by kicking in the opposite direction. I can slow her down by hitting directly against her force. Oh, if that doesn't miss. Stop missing. She gets uncomfortably close. And then she turns around if I get any closer. You jerk. I'm gonna use the C stick. It doesn't work. And I'm gonna use the D-pad. That should slow her down more so than this tiny little kick here. But it looks about the same right now. Back hit sends her upwards. And it also sends me upward because her shade kick, as you can see, if I get hit by it, I fly up in the air. So it's gonna actually lift me in the air, just like that. But if I do an up tilt, it lifts us up too, and then I can actually flow in the same direction because she imparts some of her momentum to me. But then, since my up tilt doesn't have a lot of active frames, her kick outlasts it. So I'm going to try to... I don't want to dash cancel out of hit stun because I don't want to end the tutorial. But I want to try to recover with my move faster than she does. So if I do it early enough, I should be able to barely get my move out and still clash it. Let's see if I can do it. No. There. Ah, so close. I need to pick a jab, I think. No, it's not fast enough. These moves are not fast enough. So that's that. But I want to do 3 clashes. One. No. See how I pushed her back for some reason? If you hit her right before she gets her momentum, she's going to inherit my momentum. And since it's a forward air, she's going to go in the direction I kick. So I can actually push her back if I'm a little bit good on the timing. Precise. Oh. Kicked her in the face. Kicked her in the face again. Wow. Nope. I have to get it right before she... Yeah, there you go. And I can actually push her back. So if I do that... There. And then she actually... Her move outlasted mine because she actually pushed my hitbox up because her move is still continuing to push me up even though I'm falling down. So I can counteract that by fast falling into it. Oop, I think. Now... Oh, actually didn't stop her momentum. Stop moving! There. I spun her in the opposite direction. But this is kind of cool. So the clash system is very discrete in a lot of ways. But as you can see here, even when doing the same move over and over, you get a lot of different outcomes, both in timing and positioning, right? Sometimes we go through each other. Sometimes she can push me back, or I can hold backwards to try to extend it, or flow with her. I can even kick her upwards with an up air if I'm pretty good at... Oh my gosh, no. Up air. Nope. My up air is really weak too. It's fast though. There we go. And her move still outlasted. That's pretty cool. So I did up airs and aerial neutral air, some of my fastest moves. So I can probably do this. Up tilt, inherit her momentum, rise in the air, then up air. Oh, no. Up air, let's see. Oh, I don't want to jump cancel. So whenever you're in hit stun, you can dash cancel or attack cancel. Like that. Oh, stop hitting me. Go. So, again, my up tilt's a 2-in-1 move. It's an up clap into a lunge. So, in my down tilt right here is a 2 move. So I can down tilt into a sweep, a double sweep. And my jab's also a multi-move. So I can potentially do all of those in continuation. 1, and I'm gonna try to do it. 1, turn around, 2, 3, and try to catch her. 1, 2, 3, but she's moving too far. 1, 2. 1. Oh. Ah! Here we go. That's cool. So if I get her in a corner and I stop her momentum, 1, and I back up with just a little bit of spacing. Let's see if I can do it. Dang. Quit trying to space me. Okay, go in the corner. Go in the corner. There you go. I'm gonna try to back up from that. Oh, it's not working. So since she's using a heavy move, you can see the clash ring. It's pink. Hopefully you can see that when we clash. I'm using a light move, and it doesn't have a lot of advantage. We call that clash advantage. When I clash with such a strong move. There, it's pink, and then that means she could probably act way sooner than I can. That's why my kicks are not even following her. So even though I'm doing a multi-hit move, it's still not good enough. So I'm gonna try to hit her on the tail end of her dash forward, and I still can't chase her. Okay. I'm gonna try to down air and get 3 hits. One. That's only gonna be 1. So, you know, there's a lot of variation, but you can tell when you're gonna get the good ones. Oh, kicked her into a corner. You can tell when you're gonna get a good result. That's a good one. 1. Quit sliding. How dare you? So I should definitely dash cancel, but I don't want to dash. I want to jump cancel, see what happens. Jump! I can't jump out of it. My move's too light. My window's too small. But if I use a fair, I could probably do it. Oh, I can't even do it. Maybe a forward tilt. There we go. So if you have a lower priority move, not only are you going to be disadvantaged cancel timing wise, but you probably aren't going to be able to hit your windows if they overpower you. But I can do it. I can. Oh no! Goat stun. Okay, I call. So I'm going to do a up tilt and then jump cancel it. And see how I move? I was moving freely after I jumped, but I have to actually get away from her incoming attack. So that's what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? Down tilt, up tilt, and then jump cancel down tilt, up tilt. Come on. Up tilt, jump cancel. No. So she's lifting me in the air, which means it's harder for me to get down. So I'm gonna use 2 clashes. Well, if I can manage that again, because that was pretty cool. 1, 2, jump cancel, down tilt. No. 1. Oh wow, she didn't lift me up in the air on that one. I wonder what happened. 1, 2, jump cancel. 1, 2. Oh, the second one didn't happen. 1. That's gonna be a single. You can tell. So even though the clashing, all it's doing is extending the timing that already exists. So you can get a really good sense of how long these moves are out and be like, oh, why is my, what was there an echo? Who's echoing? Ah, Frank joined in. Hey Frank, what's up? trying to be a ninja, Frank, but
Hey.
he can't when I can hear the echo going off. You have any questions while I noodle around with this clash system? Man, I can't believe...
I had a sniffle.
There we go. Wow.
I just jumped in, was waiting for
Oh, I don't want to do that. What's my special? Oh, so I have a freaking
to jump out, though. I can't hear you through the voice chat, so anything I say is going to be delayed.
Oh wait, hold on. Can you hear me now, Frank?
Oh, there we go.
I had to turn on my other mic. Any questions? No. No.
But yeah, the clashing looks,
Yeah, so hard. It looks, very good description. Man, my little move is only out for like 1 frame or 2 frames. There we go. So cool, like, unlike other games, we didn't need to add a parry system. Your moves auto-clash, or they clash, and some moves have tiny frame windows where your body hurt box doesn't exist, which just makes it easier to parry, basically. Where it just makes it easier to hit your extended attack before it hits your face. So that's exactly what this low tilt does. Like, right when you use it, you can more reliably get the clash, but only for the frame it's out, or the 2 frames that it's active. One. That was only... So it's cool, like, every clash is just like this highly variable, dynamic exchange of momentum, hitboxes, and then this cool little triangle read system. So like you think, oh, you should have gotten out of there after that first clash. Well, like, what are my options though? As soon as I miss my cancel window, I'm just holding. I have to wrap up the attack like normal, like that. In this particular case, I can do my secondary attack, the follow up, which is a leap. Oh no, quit kicking me. And then I can go into the leap and just smack her out of it, which is pretty freaking cool. But then I have to actually space that because that little... Okay, I'll show you. The 1-2 hit looks like that. Ah! Quit attacking me. Oh, wow. And then the little double kick, it's pretty low to the ground. You actually don't go that high. But it's a spike, so you can carry someone off the stage if you hit the second hit, like that. So if I clash here... Let's say the water's to my right, which it is now. You clash, and you turn around and follow it up. Can I do it? 1. Oh no, she got me! Because she was somehow not as far as I thought she would be. So I need to actually wait to cancel it by holding against her. Okay, okay. Oh wow. Shut me down. 1. There. But then she died back to the stage. She should have been like dunked down there. That would have been so sweet. Did not happen. 1, 2. Oh. So I can almost get out my second attack. If I manage to stay on the ground with this up tilt, then I can roll. So like, check this out. If you roll in the air, when you land, you have a tiny little bit of landing lag like that. So like, oh no. So that's why it's much more advantageous to roll on the ground because you recover much faster. And if you stay in the air, you know, you have to actually like complete your landing. You know what this... I don't know if Noah's watching. I don't remember if we put the carryover lag system from the air dodge. But like if you do it from this high, you have no lag when you land. If you do it from slightly less high, just have a little bit of lag, and then slightly less high, a little bit more. I think it just carries over, which works for this system. Interesting. So with the air dodge, you want to do it along the ground. So even if you can cancel out the hit stun, see that? I had extra lag because her moves naturally lifts me into the air. So the only way I can counteract that is with downward force. Like that. And see, I recovered much faster, and I was able to hit her with the backswing. So let's watch if I don't fastball it. I fastballed it. I fast-failed it. See, already popped me in the air, but I have to be not good enough. Not good enough. And you're supposed to be able to, so it's cool, even though the game's like pixel art and it's really simple looking, you're supposed to be able to see the stuff happening. And like that's one of my favorite parts about good action games, where you're like, yeah, I know the moves, but the positional differences makes the context highly varied, right? The difference between being an inch off the ground and not is the difference between some rollout strategies being viable counters and the others just being, you know, you lose your advantage if I stop getting kicked. Like that, if I rolled on the ground with that, I'd have been set. So let me try to do a move that I can't do it. Nope. I did it once. I'm glad it's on stream, but I'm not gonna be able to do it again. Oh, barely got that low tilt out in time. That was crazy, because she was on top of me basically. Yeah. Let's do our supers at the same time. Let's go! Aw, she got behind me. Get back up here. Oh no! She's on top. So I can DI this down. Look, if I hold down, this is how high I go. And if I hold up, this is how high I go. Wait, it's the opposite. She has to get 2 hits. So that's how high I go if I get hit twice. And this is how high I go if I hold down. So I get off the screen if I DI up, and I go below the letters if I DI down. If I DI left, I swoop that way. And if I DI right... Oh, come on, you gotta move, girl. Let's go. I DI right, I have this huge arc like that. So basically, even if they want to follow up combos, they also have to like look at where your arc is going. Classic, you know, DI. That's what DI does. That's why it's so freaking good and bad, right? You just hold the direction, they gotta follow you, and not just like, I punched you once and now I know where you're gonna be for the next 30 seconds. Like, you have no idea where I'm gonna be. Oh, you got owned in the corner. And then, you know, all the hitboxes are still active, even when you clash. They temporarily deactivate, but when they resume, it's the same place in the same part of the timeline. So if I hit her up like that, I can duck under her leg. If I'm really good. Let me try the second hit backswing of this thing.
Do the hitboxes last longer, but like do the hitboxes
extend?
It's like you said, they deactivate then activate it again, but like the animation would go longer, but stay active. Sometimes it seems like it did back when me and my friend used to play it, but
the hitboxes basically just pause and resume. So while the entire duration of the move may be much longer because of the multi-clashes, the hitbox frame data, frame to frame wise, and when those frames are active, are still exactly the same. There's this really cool moment. I can't pause it, so she's gonna keep making noise over and over. I'm gonna jump over here for a moment.
like getting a getting a second clash in with the same move isn't like starting it over. It's just pausing and resuming.
Yeah, it's pausing and resuming. So the moves that have longer active frames, you know they're gonna keep going. But if you hit on the last frame of your move that's active, you're like, well, I have no options. Like I have to cancel, or I just gotta hope that the move runs out or something, or you gotta hope that you push them up high enough. Like let's see this example. See that? Ah, I'm trying to push. It's coming. I'm trying to push her up high enough and then duck her incoming double hits. So I can probably do this. Push her up and then roll. Oh, I can't even roll out of the way because that move has so much recovery. But I can watch her coming back at my from behind. Oop, wrong move. And then be like, I'm out of here, and just move out of the way on reaction. Ah! She still got me. Oh, Spike. Get spiked, girl. Boom. Boom. Bunk. That sounds like music. Because it is music. It's a beautiful sound of battle. I'm going to try the triple down air clash. And she kills herself. It's funny, Smash doesn't even have simple training mode things like this where the computer just does one thing. It's so sad. So let's say at the tail end of my down air, if I know I'm going to run out of frames because I didn't time it like exactly at the beginning, I probably should cancel out like that. Oop. Cancel out. Two. Oh, it wasn't. It was so close to hitting the third one. I was like, ugh. This is the kind of stuff I do like all day. Like I'll lab stuff like this for random games, in like hours and hours. Because this is like the heart of the action. Timing, spacing, and you're figuring out this tiny little differences of those things. Sometimes I think it's funny that developers try to figure out all these ways to keep their player audience engaged. And I'm like, just make your game deep enough and I'll be labbing it for years. Like in 3DS with Smash Brothers, just pick up a random character and lab for 10 hours. I'm like, I don't play Sonic. Well, what's the last character I labbed a lot that I don't even play? Well, I guess I kind of play him now because I like labbing him. But like DDD, I was like, I don't play DDD, but I want to figure out how he works. 1, 2, roll out. It's a cool game of chicken too, especially if Sari has no jumps. Like the longer we clash, we're just gonna get carried off the side. No, I have to do it like in the first frame of my down air. It's hard. One, that's not it. And it's cool when it freezes too. You can see the differences in the animation. Like I don't know if you can tell right now. The down air has like 3 parts of the swoop, and the last part's is thin line. The middle part's is huge crescent, but the first part is like a tiny little crescent. So like it's 3 distinct stages right here in the swoosh animation. You can see it. So that's another way of like, that's the second stage. That's the first stage. That's the third. Ah! Nope. 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 She actually got past my hitboxes. There's a hole in the forward air in the middle. You can see there's a hole, right? She actually pushed into that through the first clash, and the second kick has a bigger hole. So she actually got into my defenses by kicking through it. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is... And when you know these things and you see these things, you're like, I can't believe it. I'm going to try to make her do it again. Because this move is otherwise incredibly solid. This huge forward air of his. But if you somehow bypass the defenses... I can't make her do it again because she's a an AI, and they have no rights yet. She actually sucked me in by pointing left, and that turned her vectors left for the kick, and then I got sucked forward, right? Because I just did a standing attack just like this. Just jump forward air. And then depending on how she's facing, I'll get sucked in because she's basically kicking my legs forward, which is hilarious. Or I can do the same to her and kick her forward. Let's get her to turn around. Turn around. I can't time it. Turn around. Okay, let's try the down air again. Nope. Wow. There, she's sucking me towards her. That's funny. The subtle change in facing left and right can mean all the difference. Ah! I'm being drawn towards the plateau side. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's another cool thing. If I charge, I should be able to knock her even higher into the air because I'm adding more force to my clash. Let's see how high I can get that, because that's supposed to be how it works. Okay, she went... Her bottom leg went to the top of my hands. About the same there. Okay.
So that's... momentum of her attack is pushing you back?
Yeah. Depending which way she's facing. And I'm trying to use more strength in my attack by charging it. And send her up higher with the clash. I look kind of higher. Oh, ouch. This is normal. Okay. Kind of clears my hand. Oops, hit the wrong button. Same height. Maybe she changed it. Quit kicking me. Ouch. Yeah, that's keeping it same. But I at least... So, like, check this out. Let me see if I can find a good move. Okay, I mean, that's not a good one. She's using a heavy. I think it's a heavy. Okay, so my forward air, when she clashes, the ring is fully pink. Now, if I do an evenly strength move, this up tilt, you see a pink ring and a green ring. Hopefully you can see that in the stream. There's 2 rings right there at the moment of the clash.
Right.
But if I use a weaker move, it's pink, indicating that she has all the advantage. But if I charge, I should be able to get my ring to equalize. Oops, smacked her in the face. No. No. Maybe not. I have no idea how many systems we kept in nowadays. But the idea was like, oh, if you have a weaker move, you can charge it and be like, now I match your strength. And they're like, what? With a tiny kick? You're like, yes, with a tiny kick. And then the shorter moves have quicker recovery time animation-wise. So by taking a weaker move and increasing its strength by charging it, you can get basically two different types of advantages. One, how quickly the move recovers, and 2, you know, that you clashed and now you have equal strength in your... Wow.
The charging doesn't change the recovery?
It could, but it may not enough. Or the charging never changes your overall frame data, but it can change who can cancel first out of the clash stun and how big of a window you have to sort of hit that button. And when you are using too weak of a move, your window's teeny. Ouch. Ouch. Shade kick is so cool. She's not cooperating. Okay, I'm just gonna stand in place. Oh, I actually outlasted her move. Which is rare. Oh, that was the kind that I could have rolled out of and stayed on the ground. I didn't know how. I don't know how. Oh, ouch! How I did that, but ooh, that move was too weak. There, I rolled on the ground and recovered faster, but I got kicked. That was in the air. Yeah, so when you clash, the hitboxes are deactivated. That was the idea. Was like, okay, well, we don't want like the clash to be these active hitboxes and have other things, including the ball, run into the clash and then just kind of get hit. So just kind of like in a TV show or an anime, if two people kick each other and their legs meet, when they're frozen, the forces they're not moving, and that can allow, you know, your teammates and stuff to swap in or get underneath or bypass defenses, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're throwing out an attack to stop them. So it's the same in this game. And there was a match we played with one miraculous, amazing moment where freaking Popo used the flex move. I can't even show you guys. Get out of this menu. How do I do it? I don't know how to do it. I just gotta complete it. Alright. Dash out of hit stun. Here we go. There we go. Is it broken? It's broken. And then Popo flexed, trying to get the ball, and my teammate was 2v2, stopped him. And then I was like, oh, all the hitboxes are deactivated. So like jumped in and grabbed the ball and like walked through the chaos. And since they were clashing with such strong moves, it gave me enough time to just like walk through. And then right when I got outside of the range, they resumed. And I was like, haha, and I just ran and dunked the ball. And I'm like, that was so amazing. There's so many like things going on in tiny little spaces negotiating. And I found this tiny little gap. I'm like, he just sneaked through. It's so cool. That's also why it's cool to have team attack, because you're like, you can set up similar situations with your teammates, even though, oh, she jump canceled, wow, because she was above the water. Clever AI. You don't have any rights. Well, that's enough of this. Cool. That's been the stream then. Just exploring the various. Where's the Popo? I can't even play Popo in this thing yet. I'll see what the. I can't even get out of this menu. What button do I hit? That's not it. I killed it. All right, I killed the stream. There's your Popo love. But essentially, that's just a up close look at one system in BaraBariBall. And how, without a lot of complexity, really, you can get a whole bunch of different situations that require like a lot of precise aim with your timing, with your positioning, and then even after you clash, you have to consider what's happening, right? In a flash, you need to see like, oh, you know, sorry, shade kick is on step 2 and 3 instead of 1 and 2. I can outlast this. Like, you can think stuff like that. It's not impossible. You just have to focus and like know what you're doing, and being able to see it in real time is a matter of learning and training, not a matter of being a superhuman. So that's some of the stuff I love about great action games. You're like, okay, I don't need to spend too much time learning these rules. The most complex and interesting things are going to happen in the play space, and you're going to be able to see it happening. And then if it feels like it's a slight difference in timing, it probably is a slight difference in timing. And any difference, whether space or timing or the moves that you make and the decisions you make, can be a big difference. And you try to make games where all those things are meaningful, instead of just like, you do all this work to get one chance to make a read, and if you don't, then the whole game falls apart. Like, not my style. So I hope you guys enjoyed that look in BaraBariBall. We'll do another stream tomorrow and get back on the RPGs, action games, and action RPGs train. Till then, I'll see you guys next time.